So, welcome, Kat. Thank you so much for joining me today and having a little chat about how you've found working with me, because we've been working together on and off for quite a period of time now. So, I'm going to sort of hand over to you, and you can open up as to how we started to work together and what sort of modalities we were using initially, and how you found that.
Okay, so yeah, it would have been about 2 years ago. I met you at one of my cousin's football matches, and that was actually the first time I'd been out of the house in, I think it was about 3 weeks, because of a really, really bad anxiety that I was having. I'd had a complete mental breakdown, and I was just a mess. That was because of the breakup, but you know, we don't need to get into that. So yeah, I met you at a football match, and you spoke to me about meditation helping anxiety, and how we're like guitar strings. That's always stayed with me. How we're like guitar strings that need tuning. So I was like, okay. So I came to one of your meditations with my auntie, who's also attends your meditation classes. And then you spoke to me about tapping. Now I thought, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were absolutely bonkers at first. Like, I'm thinking, what are you going on about? But I came for a session with you, and I felt so much better after the first session. I was thinking like, oh, I'm pretty convinced, because I was so skeptical at first. Like all this meditation stuff, I always thought it was rubbish, but
Yeah.
it works. So cut to me, we had about 4 or 5 sessions, and obviously my panic attacks hadn't fully gone away, but they'd completely improved. I was actually making trips out of the house, and I remember being in Tesco, and I started having a panic attack because a woman had asked me just a dead simple question. So I started having this panic attack, and I remember tapping on my correct over pineapples. I was just looking at these pineapples, just tapping away, and it went away. So then I bought a Reiki session from you, and that I just felt completely spaced out after it, and it was great. And yeah, we've gone from there, haven't we? We still do the tapping sessions. I've recently bought your course, so I'm going through that with my family, and obviously using the knowledge that you've given me through my sessions and through your book, helping my family through all this crazy lockdown that we're going through at the minute. They're nurses, so obviously they're quite worried about this coronavirus, just as you would be. And obviously they don't want to give it me, and I'm just saying, right, well, I said, just keep tapping. Then I did my Reiki 1 course with you. So I've been given the house Reiki, and it's all completely chilled out the house. And hopefully when all this lockdown's over, I'll be doing my Reiki too as well. And my life's been like a complete 360 since 180 since I've met you. Like, I'm no longer got anxiety. I've no longer got depression. I can go out. I can, everybody who has met me has noticed the difference. And and I don't know if you can see, but I got my own little crystal shell. Over skeptic. So yeah, you've been great.
Okay, so fantastic. Thank you for you forget really how much work we've sort of done together over the time scale, really. So could you just describe to people what your initial symptoms were and how they alleviated over time? So what were your physical symptoms of anxiety? Is that okay to discuss that?
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm trying to remember now. It was that long ago, and it just seems like years ago. Well, it was been 2 years, but it seems like years ago. So I'd start like hyperventilating, and I'd zone out. Everything would zone out, and I'd just feel like it was just me in this big black room. Just couldn't get out of it.
Mm.
So, and everything, it just felt like I was like suffocating. And from the first session, because the first one we covered how my breakup happened, and how like what I was feeling at that time, which was just, I had like, my confidence was like at a zero, like my self-esteem, my mood was just so low. And we worked from there, and going forward from that, my panic attacks were getting fewer and fewer, and it was like I could kind of see a light at the end of the tunnel with it. And I didn't feel like I was drowning. It felt like every panic attack I had after that, it was like I was moving closer and closer, like to the surface. So I didn't feel like I didn't have as far to go to get out of this panic attack.
Yeah.
And then just one day, it just, I couldn't even describe it. It didn't happen. I just didn't have something that would have triggered me. Like my first major panic attack that I had when I was out was, I went to buy some milk from the shop, and the woman said, "Oh, it's two pints for £2," and that set me off. And I was like, I just grabbed the milk and just walked out. I didn't even take my change or anything. I was just,
Right.
it was a mess. But yeah, I went to the shop, and the woman who'd like, served me previously was there, and she just sort of looked at me and was like, "All right." Like, yeah, fine, all good. But when I've obviously been working with you, I've been learning more about myself as well. I've been learning what triggers me off, and I've actually been able to chip away at that, like at the surface. So like the true me is able to come out, and I can interact with people and like the world, and I can see a completely different spec on it. Instead of like it all being doom and gloom, I'm like, actually no, my life is pretty awesome. The world's pretty awesome. I've got my little girl pairing next to me. I'm really lucky to like have, and would never have found that, would never have even considered that if it wasn't for the work that me and you have done together.
Fantastic, thank you. And so you said you've also been helping the family with the course that's now online course that is now up and running. Because of course I do encourage everybody to share the course with the family, because the skills are there for everybody. And if you're sharing the same environment together, then it's helpful if you're all using the same skills and you're gathering the same understanding, because it really does help relationships. Well, I shall let you actually say, has it helped your relationships? Let's see.
It's helped a lot. This was, again, about 2 years ago. We a bit more than 2 years ago, we were having a really rough patch as a family, me, my mum and my sister. We all live together. It's, we're more like sisters and like roommates than mother and daughter now, which is really beautiful. And we've recently come back from Disneyland, and that would never have even happened if we weren't a good family. Like, it just wouldn't have even been on the table. We used to like argue constantly about things that have happened, which I won't go into detail about. And we were always just like sniping at each other, like, trying to get the first like little digs in here and there, and it was just a horrible atmosphere to be in. So tapping away at that, obviously we all had our own demons to deal with before we could do it as a family. So we had to clear that first, and then we could kind of work on, you know, each other and work with each other.
Yeah.
And we've done that, and it's a really beautiful thing to, you know, say that, yeah, I got on really, really well with my family. Me and my sister are so close. I mean, we've always been really close. But now me and my sister and my mum are so close, and it's been fantastic to, you know, to do a tapping session together, and then to all three of us just go, oh, that feels so much better.
Oh, that is beautiful. And it's beautiful for me to know that, you know, you're actually able to sit as a family and share that experience, especially in something like lockdown, and know that as soon as you've sort of done that, you've helped some of that tension to ease. And then you're all going to go your separate ways, especially if the healthcare workers and the key workers and they're out there. It's going to ease your anxiety knowing that they're going out there a little bit less anxious and with skills that they can bring themselves back down with.
Yeah, it is. It's nice, and I've like been doing like regular Reiki on them, and it's me doing that with them kind of puts me at ease as well, because I know that, you know, I'm giving them that extra little boost to go on the way with. So yeah, it's a really beautiful gift that you've given us, really, and that's what it is. You know, even though it was like I was paying for a service, we literally couldn't, like, no amount of money could cover what you guys have done, what you've done for us as a family, and what you've done for me personally. I mean, I'm kind of testament if you just see me 2 years ago, to like how effective like this tapping and Reiki and meditation actually is. Because I certainly 2 years ago wouldn't have thought that I would be where I am now. You know, I know my family have been absolutely shocked, and you've made believers out of quite a few of my family members as well.
And is that just your immediate family, your mum and your sister, or have other friends and wider family noticed anything?
No, my granny as well. My granny is one of those old-fashioned sort of doesn't really believe in mental health, but as she saw me, she kind of was like, okay, there's something seriously wrong here. And then as she's seen me after the work that we've been doing together, she's like, okay, there might be something in this Reiki, and I've actually like given her Reiki as well. And my best friends who I worked with, they saw how bad I was, because like I'm normally like the life and soul of the, you know, got banter with the customers, but I was like a shell of myself.
Yeah.
And obviously after all this, they've seen it as well, so they're all like, can you do some Reiki on me? I've been doing that, and you know, it's really helped them as well. So yeah, there's a good handful of people that you know, it's helped and who've like been converted by it.
Fantastic. So the ripple effect really does happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you do end up inspiring others with what you've learned along the way, don't you? It really is beautiful. So, Kat, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it, and I shall speak to you very soon.
Yes, see you soon.